Guys, just a video to show you the critical few steps with Syn3 Updater from Cyanlabs. So always ask you, do you trust it? Okay, so when it opens you'll come to this page here. I don't have a USB installed in my computer at the moment, but you'd select it here. First step, go down to this tools option. This will be a big help. So in here, select your USB when you've got it plugged in. It'll show up. Prepare a drive. So see this create an interrogator log. Prepare drive. It'll format anything on that drive, so make sure you've got a fresh drive that you can use. It'll only take a couple of minutes, and then you take that down to your car, plug it in, turn your screen on, plug it in. It'll take about 30 seconds, and what it does is it actually reads all the APIM module out of your car, so it gets your gets all the details, so that when you come to here, it'll be correct here. It'll have your correct earlier sync version. I was on 3.01 9205, and now this is a critical step. When you do this interrogator log, it'll be set to Europe and your navigation will be turned off, and the warnings are here. Enter your sync version, enter your region, specify if you have navigation. So usually when you come back, it'll say this Europe and navigation, so make sure you do set Australia, New Zealand, turn your navigation on, and that's it for that. Apply, and then apply those settings. Then when you come back to the home page, so you select your USB out of this list, which I don't have one installed, so I can just simulate it. Region, Australia, New Zealand. Version, so just go to the latest. That's the one I used and it's working. I don't have the climate buttons, being a 2017 titanium. It does have built-in climate, but it doesn't come up on my screen. And the maps. If you can't select maps, go back into your settings and turn the navigation on here, because if you do not have that turned on and you don't have this set right, then you will not be able to select it on the home screen. Come on. So same thing, 2 seconds. Region, Australia, New Zealand. Now this takes probably a good half hour to prepare your drive, most of it being the map download. I think it's about 14 gig all up, so it's a fair download if you're on metered network. And then you just start. The install mode needs to be reformat. That's why a lot of people couldn't upgrade from the Ford website. Now the other issue is here that when you're doing this, I was, wouldn't wait the half hour. I'd play a game or something or watch YouTube. I could open this up again and say download failed, or forced closed by the provider or whatever it was. So when you're doing this, just leave this window open, walk away, go get a coffee, do the dishes, just leave it going, and then when you come back it should be flashed onto the thumb drive. When you go plug it in the car, got to start your car, because it's going to be uploading for about 30 minutes and you don't want your screen, I think it took 18-19 minutes on my car, but normally your screen, if you just put your ignition on, one, you'll flatten your battery just with your ignition on, but if you just turn the screen on from a dormant state, the screen will turn itself off after about 10 minutes, so you need to actually start the car and run the car, and then it'll reflash. When the reflash is done in the car, there'll be a navigation error. It'll say that download failed or something. It did in mine, so I came back, make an interrogator log. By the time I went back to the car, it was working. So maps are just something that does take a little while after the reboot to come online. And I hope that helps. Just those few critical steps. Just make sure in those settings that you have the right region, the right sync region, because it will be wrong, and you turn your navigation on so that you can select the map. Otherwise it'll tell you that you've got a non-sync APIM when you try and select this map version. Okay guys, good luck.